back to another fantastic video. Today we're going to be talking about the cabinet and the role that it plays in the executive branch. So the cabinet is the presidential advisors and the leaders of executive departments. Whenever you think of the cabinet, I want you to think of a group of people who work together. They advise the president, but they're also responsible for leading their own departments. And the cabinet includes 15 secretaries. So this is going to be like our Secretary of State, Defense, Treasury, etc. And it also includes the vice president, as well as directors, administrators, and the president's chief of staff. And the secretaries, keep in mind that they are responsible not only for advising the president, but they're responsible for their own departments. And we'll talk more about that in class. So throughout history, presidents have used their cabinets in varying degrees. Sometimes presidents really rely heavily on their cabinets. Sometimes they really don't use them at all. Sometimes presidents will even create extra groups, extra cabinets of advisors that they turn to for advice. And we have two examples here. The first is the Brain Trust, and this was utilized by FDR. And it included scientists, doctors, professors, smart, super smart people that the president could go to for advice, and people that would be able to tell him, hey, this is what we think you should do in regards to the atomic bomb, or this is what we think you should do in regards to war with Germany. Okay, so FDR used the Brain Trust. The other is called the Kitchen Cabinet. And this was utilized by Andrew Jackson. And Andrew Jackson, instead of relying on his cabinet, he relied on this kitchen cabinet, which was a group of his really close friends, family, people like in his inner circle that he really trusted. We also have, I want you to think for a second about strong and weak presidents. And you don't necessarily have to write anything down for this. We're going to discuss this in class. But what type of president do you think would utilize their cabinet more? Do you think a strong president or a weak president would do that? And the last thing we want to look at today is the inner cabinet. And the inner cabinet is comprised of the 4 positions that are considered to be like the most important in the cabinet. They're also the 4 oldest positions in the cabinet. And it includes the Department of State, Defense, Treasury, and the Attorney General. So those are your 4 positions in the inner cabinet. And I will stop there. If you guys have any questions, let me know.